So once you have all your waterfall pieces in, go ahead and burnish each piece real well. You want to get them flat as possible. So go through all of those. So here is the end of your waterfall, right here. This right here. This is the base page that you built it on. This one right here. So that is where your waterfall ends. You put all your pieces on, and what I did is I just trimmed this down. I cut off this part of the base. So just cut that off right there. Let me show you what that looks. Well, I don't think you could see it on here because I covered up with designer paper. Oh no, I didn't. There it is. It's like that. So there is this piece, and I'll probably put some designer paper down here later. So go ahead and just cut that off right here. Get your folio. I'm going to go ahead and trim this now too. So get your folio, go to the center here, and this is where you've already built the two pockets on each side here. You're going to get this paper from the 8x8, and you are going to fit it in between the two fold lines. So this should be 6.5 inches wide. So this is going to be 6 3/8 inches wide by 8. So you're going to put that down on the center of your folio. So put that base piece down here. Then you're going to get your waterfall, and you are going to be adhering it. I think this is, yeah, it's a 1/2 inch down from the top. So once you get this piece down, this back piece, adhere your waterfall 1 inch down from the top and center it from side to side. So it'll be hanging like this. For this top flap, you are going to be making this card. So let me show you. You're going to get this card from this piece here. It has the little polka dots on the back. These are the polka dots that went here. You are going to be cutting out this card, and cut it out with as much of the green border as you can. See how the green border is? So the spring is in the air. That piece, mine measures 4 inches by 2 5/8 inches. That's what mine measures, 4 by 2 5/8. You are going to mount this card to the center of this paper from the 8x8. Here's the back side. So you're going to mount it to the center of this paper. My designer paper, this one, was 4.5 inches, so 1/2 inch more than the card, 4.5 inches by 3 1/4 inches tall. You're going to center it to this paper. You're going to mount the designer paper, this designer paper, to a black cardstock that is going to be measuring 4 5/8 going across this way, 4 5/8 by 3 3/8 inches tall. Those were my measurements. So you have this end card that is, what did I say? 4 5/8 by 3 3/8. So you have this card made. Now for this first flap, you are going to be getting this paper from the Patterns and Solids, the stripe paper. And what I did, before I put this down, I cut out this strip. I cut out this little strip and put it down at the bottom, and I got it from here. I included the pink part, the little pink strip on top, and all the way to the navy blue on the bottom. It doesn't have to be precise like that, but that's what I did. So my whole strip ended up being 1/2 inch wide. And then I just cut it to if this is 4 and if this was 6 1/4, this is 6 1/8. 6 1/8 inches wide. Long this way. And I put it down at the bottom here. Then I got this paper, butted it up against that strip, and measured how much I needed to complete my flap, cover my flap. So depending on how you cut this card may determine the height of this paper here. Everything is cut to 6 1/8 inches in this direction. Everything. So that's how I did this. This is down here at the bottom of the flap. Then this paper is above it, and then I adhered this card that you just made. This is 1/8 of an inch down from the top. Make sure that's, no, it's not 1/8, it's 1/4 of an inch down from the top of the flap. So this card, once you get the paper in, is going to be 1/4 inch down from the flap, centered. Got this. And then the rest is just adding these strips. I add not 1/2 inch, but 5/8 of an inch, so my pages never get caught in that strip. So you got a solid pink here, solid pink. You have this 5/8 of an inch strip from this paper. You have the solid blue 5/8 of a strip of this from this one, the Patterns and Solids. And then you have this strip from this paper, from your bunny paper. Remember, everything is 6 1/4 inches long, 5 1/8 inches wide. And I didn't do the top yet, but you can do those also. So this is complete. So we have this whole section done here. What I did is I added these strips to my gussets. So this is 1/4 of an inch gusset. This was 5/8 of an inch gusset, and then I just added these tiny little strips. This one was, what did I measure? It's like it's not quite 1/4 of an inch. I just made it a little bit smaller so it would fit in the gusset there. Same thing. This is from the Patterns and Solids. This is from the Patterns and Solids. And I just put those in here to come finish this off. So this whole section is now done. So now we're going to turn this page and work on the back side here. Now this back side is just using this paper from the Patterns and Solids, and I had cut into this paper, so I didn't have enough to go all the way the whole width of the paper. So I added a strip from the Patterns and Solids, this one, and I think that looks really nice. So I have a strip that's like 3 5/8, and then another strip of this light blue, 2 1/8. That's what I did. And I added this little strip of, it's about 1/2 inch strip of this from this dark blue in between these two lighter blue papers. Added a 4x6 piece of this Patterns and Solids, put it in here. It is like 1 inch from the edge here, and it's basically centered from top to bottom. I cut this out from the bunny paper. Where's that bunny paper? I cut this out from the bunny paper. I just trimmed it. You can see how I trimmed it. Like that. And I backed it on light blue cardstock, just so it pops out a little bit. So you can see how I did that, how I trimmed that. It doesn't have to be exactly like mine. I just kept the tulip, went around the bunny, went to the top, and then just cut this out, mounted it on this to reinforce it, and adhered it just down on this edge and this edge to make a tuck spot for a photo. So that's for a photo that's going to go in like this. Obviously, this is a 5x7. It's way too big, but you get the idea. Nice tuck spot for an Easter photo here. So this part is done. So all we have left to do is this back section, and that will be in the next video.